So far, we've been looking at master pages for sites without the publishing feature enabled, where we describe the general structure of every page in our SharePoint site, the navigation, what goes along the top, along the sides, where our search goes, and all the placeholders for the SharePoint provided pieces. But if you're creating a large site, this is probably not going to be good enough. You can't just describe a couple of headers and footers and be done. You'd want more specific templates for different pages on your site. Maybe you have things like product pages and article pages, and they want their own custom layouts. Well, when we turn on this publishing feature, we have that ability. We still deal with master pages and content pages, but we have something extra. We also have this idea of page layouts. Now, these don't replace master pages. They are in addition to master pages, and all three of them are used together in a publishing site. Master pages describe what's common across the entire site. Page layouts describe a common type of page. Say you have 1,000 product pages that should all share the same basic structure. Well, you describe a product page layout, and then another page layout for your 500 article pages, and maybe a slightly different page layout for the 200 article pages when they have a video on them, another page layout for your knowledge base entries, and so on. And then instead of your content page providing just one big generic block of content, your content pages provide very specific pieces that fit exactly into the described page layout. And what happens is that all three of these are combined into one result, which to the user just looks like a regular page. Now, one impact of this is that when you create a page in a publishing site, you don't just make a generic page and fill it with stuff. You say that this page is an article page or a product page or a job posting page, or whatever it is makes sense for you. And you have a very controlled structure to that page. And it allows you to have many people creating content without knowing HTML and still have good looking pages. Let me show you an example. So I've opened up a publishing portal here, which has the publishing feature enabled. I'm going to use my Site Actions menu here to create a new page. This one's going to be created in the Pages library, a little different than the Site Pages library, which is what we've seen up to now. I'm just going to give it a name and click Create. Now, the page that I get here looks kind of similar, but there's more going on than first meets the eye. And one of the most important things I'll find up here on the Page section of the ribbon, I have a section I didn't have before called Page Layout. This allows me to choose from the different page layouts that have been defined for this site. Now, all of these still use the same master page, but they allow me to have, for example, this body only page, which is the default one right now. I can change to a page with an image on the left. I can go back, change this page and come down and change it to a splash page. And notice that on a lot of these pages, there's a significant level of formality. We don't just get one generic area to type into, or even 3 columns to type into. I have, for example, a place here to write the title. But when I'm writing the title, it's not allowing me to change the font. That's not up to me here. I have a place to put the page image, but I don't just get to insert it in a raw piece of content and put it maybe at the top or maybe at the bottom. This is controlling exactly where this is going to go. I'm going to change back to a different page layout here and actually shift to image on the left. Here I've got an article date. I'll just put today's date and a byline. I'll just put my own name here. We've got an area here for an image caption. Click here to add new content. And a place here for a page image. Click Insert, go and browse, I'll find an image. I'll jump into my Site Collection Images folder that I have here, where I've got a couple of generic ones. Select this one, click OK. And then I have this section here called Page Content with a link. Click here to add new content. And just type a little text. The thing to stay aware of is the control and the formality of what's actually happening here. When I save this, it's actually enforcing it into a particular layout. I didn't get to choose the font and the size of the title. That's been defined in the page layout. The position of the byline has been defined. The position of the date has been defined. Okay, right now this is looking very simple, but the idea is we can shift into edit mode, and I could edit this page without really knowing anything about HTML. And if my designer has created a good page layout, it would enforce a particular arrangement on this page. Now, a publishing portal right out of the box only has a few very basic page layout examples. But the idea is, of course, that you're going to make your own page layouts for all the different unique kinds of pages that you have on your site. Now, what should hopefully be coming clear is that you'd want this publishing feature on a large-scale site that's about communication, where you've got many more consumers of this information than you have contributors, and you're wanting to really tightly control how it's presented. But you would not want it on a site that's more casual and collaborative, like a team site or a document workspace, because it would just get in the way. So publishing sites do add some more work in your design, but it's all about structure, and it's going to save you a lot of headaches later.